guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video for my How to Survive series, and today this video was kind of inspired by one of my subscribers who recently commented on a video, and they were basically saying how they couldn't really imagine themselves having to actually use the language once they arrived in Spain for their year abroad. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a video of how to survive with putting your language actually to the test, because I'm hoping this video can help you with transferring from studying it in the classroom to actually having to be out here in the real world and using it, because I know there's a very big difference and the jump can be a bit daunting, and I don't really feel like they teach you how to make that transference over. They kind of give you all the tools you need, but they don't really tell you how to use them, and it's kind of all down to yourself. So this is just a few tips of how to make that transference. And to be honest, this video is also for me as well as for you, because I'm still in this process now. So I'm hoping it will help everyone in this case. The first thing is to take full control of your immersion. And what I mean by this is like implement it in your day-to-day living. And I got this idea from like a quote I found the other day. It was on Instagram, and I can't find it, but it's basically saying how success is only made from your day-to-day, when you make a change in your day-to-day actions. And if you don't make the change yourself, then there won't be any growth. So how do we do this? In order to take full control of our immersion, we must challenge all of the language skills that we've been taught through our day-to-day living. So first, I'd say invest in a book. I personally have just bought, I just bought this book. It's called Palmeras in nieve, and it's actually a film at the moment. And the reason why I say suggest to get a book, it challenges your reading skills. You'll get so much more vocabulary, and you'll understand different ways of speaking and writing. Vocab. I don't actually have my vocab. This was my vocab book, but it's not going to be anymore. I'm actually going to get a new one, because it's also now my YouTube book. But I'd say get a vocab book and write down as many all the new vocabulary that you learn, and revise it as often as you can. That way you always have new words in your head, and you're not always found yourself. You know, I don't know if you ever have this, when you're speaking your language, your target language, and you're in the sentence and then you freeze and you're like, what's the word for that? Trust me, when the more you write down in a vocab book, the less that will happen, I'm telling you. What else? That's another thing. And a show. Find a show that you like. I personally like watching Netflix, so I'd recommend finding a show that I recommend finding a show that in your target language and watching it. Preferably, if you can, watch it without subtitles, watch it with subtitles of the language as well. And then if you still kind of struggle, watch it with your subtitles in English. But definitely have something, so you're always testing your listening, your reading, and that will help to give you your foundation. That will help to keep your foundation solid when you go out into the real world of your language. And because obviously you're no longer studying, so you kind of need something to keep you going. I think that's one of the fears why people have that they can't survive outside, because they're no longer studying the language. It's now literally just them and whatever they've learned. So I'd say keep your foundation going. Don't just do it because you stop studying that you stop studying your language. You have to still find your ways to keep it. My next tip would be to consolidate your grammar. This is kind of just like from before. Consolidate your grammar, because I know when you're studying in the university or wherever you're studying your language, it's a lot easier because it's always kind of something that you're tested on. And once you come out here into your country that you move to, you no longer have those tests. It's all really up to you. So, and I know when you're speaking, it's kind of easy to just get away with speaking in the present tense, and then you just like not really exercising all the grammar that you know. And so I would recommend consolidating your grammar, at least maybe weekly or bi-weekly, just so you know you don't put yourself in a trap, fall into a trap of just only exercising some of your grammar and then not using the rest. And if you do return back to your studies, like for me, I'm on my 3rd year abroad, so I will return back to uni on my 4th year, and I'll need to they wouldn't expect me to have upped my grammar. And so yeah, I'd say if you have a grammar book with all the different tenses and stuff like that, I recommend using that. I've got one, I'm gonna find that for you in a sec. This is my grammar book. Obviously, this is a Spanish one. This video doesn't just apply to people studying Spanish. Anyone can use this video, but I would say use a grammar book. This is the one I have for Spanish, if anyone wants to know. I will put the details of it I'll put all my details of everything in the description box. Yeah, so that was to consolidate your grammar. Also, there's an app called Duolingo. I know a lot of people know about this app. It's kind of gives you like little kind of like grammar questions and sentences that you have to form and test. So you can do it on your phone, on your way in your free time, and it's kind of quick and easy, and it just keeps your brain still ticking over with your grammar. Finally, my final tip for putting your language to a test and to keep it strong whilst you're in a foreign country would be to speak to the locals. They are your biggest and best resource, and it's really the best way you're going to learn. And for me, this is the one I find the hardest, so this is why I'm putting it out there. I personally am a perfectionist, and so I don't like to speak unless I know that I'm going to say the exact right, if I'm going to say it exactly correct, but that will not help you grow and to develop your language. In fact, the complete opposite will. Embrace your mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the more you will learn. And because obviously when you're speaking, you do something wrong, you're more likely to remember it and be like, oh, because I said this last time, this is the right way to do it. So the more mistakes you make, the more you'll learn. So speak as much as possible. And you'll find that the locals they kind of like when you try to speak with them in their language. They love that the more effort that you make to get to know their culture, and they really appreciate it. So the more you speak, the more you will learn. There's something else I was going to say. If you can, I at the moment do an exchange with a couple of teachers at my school. So some of them are English teachers, so they speak English as their second language. So we have like little sessions like for an hour where we think of a topic and we have a little meeting, like maybe in a cafe or a bar, and for half an hour we talk about the topic in Spanish, and then we exchange and talk about English. And it's just a really great way to just pick up new words and get as much practice talking as possible in a nice comfortable environment, where it's not like in uni when you have your little tests, when you have to do those forced presentations that no one really likes. This is actually stuff that you can talk about, that you enjoy, things that you're interested in, and it's very free and comfortable. So I just really want to say to you guys, the more you talk, the more your brain will get used to the flow of your language naturally, and it won't feel so forced and trained in your head. It will come out more natural. So that was it for my tips. I hope they made sense. This is a really difficult video for me because I need this video myself. I need someone to tell me how to keep going, because sometimes I feel like I'm not really making as much progress as I am. And I guess I'm kind of hard. I know I'm kind of harsh on myself, and I feel like, but I've been here 4 months now.
4 months? Yeah. Wow. I've been here 4 months. January. Yeah. Been here 4 months.
I've been here 4 months now. I know I've improved, but I feel like I'm expecting myself to be up here by now, but I'm really not. So I'm hoping that all these things that I've got, the book, grammar, the Netflix show that I've found, or my show that I found, by the way, is called, let me just find it, in case anyone's interested. Once again, it's also in Spanish, so if you're not studying Spanish or something else, I'm sorry. El Tiempo, Entre, Costuras. That's the name of the film. No, it's not a film, it's a TV series, so I've got episodes to watch. And it's basically based in the time of the Spanish Civil War. And it's about a woman, and she goes over to Morocco, sorry, not Mexico, she goes to Morocco to be with her lover, and then she ends up becoming a spy and having to kill people. But yeah, that's what I'm watching at the moment. I'll put the info down in the description box as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Comment below if you have any tips, because I need them too. But until then, as I'll see you in my next videos, stay true to you with amor. Bye!